We're gonna be Gucci one time. One time we're gonna be Gucci. All right, let me get everything started. All right. Yo, the pollen got me looking crazy right now. All right, let me make sure I can see everybody. What up? Good morning. Everybody on TikTok, what's poppin'? Listen, I might be a little bit stuffy today. Y'all know I'm in Georgia. My joints be looking mad. Like, I don't know. I'm just stopped up. So look, if y'all occasionally hear this little grunt sound, then just know that it's my nose, my allergies. All right. Let's get everything started. Everybody on Patreon, what's poppin'? What it is? Let's go. Ladies.
I like it when you lose.
Hey.
I like it when you go there. I like the way you use it. I like that you don't play fair. Recipe for disaster. When I'm just trying to take my time. Stroke is getting deep and tight.
Y'all already know what time I'm on today. You know what time I'm on.
Who can make sweet love? Not me.
Hey.
Who can kiss and love? Not me.
Check what up?
Who can beat it up? Rocky. And don't use those hands to put up that gate and stop me.
Hey. Hey.
I can be aggressive. I can be a savage. I just need your blessing. Say that I can never.
Y'all said something about doing a master class, but we gonna just talk today. We just talking.
When you love it when I lose. You love it when I go there. You love the way I use.
I got one little beef. I wish they would have been able to do this during Valentine's Day. That would have been dope.
You end up calling me master. Say this universe is mine. Yeah. When we're done, it's a disaster. Yeah. End up like this every time. Who came to me?
You wanna send music? Send music to Mad Lucrative Music.
Who came to kiss and not me?
Good morning.
Rocky.
Hey.
And don't use those hands to put up that gate and stop me. I can be aggressive. I can be a savage. I just need your blessing. Say that I can never.
Yo, listen. Yo, send music to Mad Lucrative Music @gmail.com. Listen, I think I saw B. Lamont to pop up in the chat. Listen, I'm gonna slow pace. We're gonna slow walk because I actually want to talk about Tank and Tyrese's versus battle during the actual pod. Y'all know this is the music review time. This is music review, right? So we're merely listening to music right now. We're just merely listening to music. We're just enjoying it. All my independent artists, if y'all do want to send music to madlookatthemusic@gmail.com. Madlookatthemusic@gmail.com. We're gonna be changing up a lot of stuff too coming soon. I'm just letting y'all know ahead of time. Tyrese, what up?
Oh, giving. Be my
Hey. Yo. Who y'all think won? Who y'all think won? I don't know.
Sweet lady, would you be my love for a lifetime? I'll be there when you need me. Just call and receive me.
Hey.
Sweet lady, baby.
I'm gonna let Tyrese sing it.
Now any other day I would play it cool, but I can't now, cause I want you. See, I'm hooked on how you flex your style, and I wanna talk for a little while. I never really seen your type, but I must admit that I kinda like. So maybe if you have the time, we can talk about you be mine, sweet lady.
Hey.
You be mine, sweet love for I'll be there when you need me. Just call and receive me, sweet lady. Would you be mine, sweet love for a lifetime? I'll be there when you need me. Just call and receive me.
Hey, let me say something right quick. Both of them, this is a master class on songwriting. I'm just letting y'all know ahead of time.
On the regular.
Yeah, I am.
I will waste time, but I don't want to, cause you're so damn fine. And I heard that you were taken. That don't have to stop you from making late night phone calls on the telephone. Bunch of fantasies, not a get it on.
Hey.
When you need me,
Real singing, man. Real singing.
there for you, my sweet lady. Would you be my sweet love for a lifetime? I'll be there when you need me. Just call and receive me.
I gotta let him get to the bridge.
Sweet love for a lifetime. I'll be there when you need me. Just call me my sweet lady. Say you will see my baby. Say you will be my lady. I've got to have all your love. I won't run. Just say you give it to me. Don't wanna be a lady. And I will give you all my life if you say you'll be mine.
Hey.
My baby.
Y'all know me. I can't stay like just this the whole time. I'm like, God dang. Crowd today, what's poppin'? Listen. This whole battle was different. Again, I'm not gonna dig in just yet. I got a lot of stuff to pull from the actual battle. I am gonna be listening to independent artists. I have a featured slot. Hey. So look, I started doing, well, I haven't told y'all this. I haven't told y'all none of this, but I'm going to start doing featured slots as of April 1st. I'm going to do featured slots. Now, keep in mind, I got industry friends and I got independent friends. So I'm doing, just let y'all know here. if y'all do want to do featured slots, just send me an email to madlucrativemusic@gmail.com, and then I could give y'all the breakdown on featured slots. Featured slots is also going to be not only on this show, but actually in person. When I have the artists come into the studio, we do an interview, we do a whole breakdown on the album. We're gonna do all that stuff. So that's coming now. Hey. But anyway, first featured slot, and I haven't even heard the record, so I ain't gonna lie. Like, y'all are getting the full, like, real review right now. Glenna, and I promise you, this is the first one, so I'm gonna do better next time. But the name of the project is "The Pleasure Is Yours." The name of the project is "The Pleasure Is Yours," and the name of the song is "Do," and it's all mushed together. So, do you want to be with her? Do you want to be with the star? I wish I could see this. Matter of fact, let me pull this up right quick so y'all can see it, because it's dope. It looks cool. But it says, "Do you want to be with the star?" And let me see. We got Kareem Riggins on it. Okay. Let me see this. I want to hear this for real now. Let's see. Pull it up. Bam. Everybody on TikTok. I don't know if y'all let me know if we got good volume on TikTok too. Y'all let me know. Exclusive.
Can you fly with me? Yeah. Can you really be with a star? Can you keep up, baby?
I got you, Chris. I got you.
Yeah. I always want to be with a star.
Wow, my bad. That joint was ridiculous. That was fire. That was ridiculous. So, and again, the name of that record is "Do You Want to Be With a Star?" The name of the record is "Do You Want to Be With a Star?" I got the album cover pulled up on YouTube, or it was pulled up on YouTube. Everybody on Patreon, y'all can see what it was. But that was fire. I think what I like, and I've always been, and maybe he don't know it, maybe he does know it, but I've always been a Kareem Riggins fan. Like, he's a fire drummer. I think he's based in LA. But the musicality in it all, like the bass line it felt good. Honestly, when you hit a certain level, it no longer becomes a real music review. It just becomes music, like enjoying music, or that's my preference. That's not that is my preference. That's not my preference. At a certain level, I do feel like this show is primarily to give some light on the independent artists. I think they are still independent either way, but honestly, okay, let's tell the truth. Let's tell the truth, and I'm gonna get to the first record. But let's tell the truth. Everybody is independent at this point. Nobody, even the major artists, have to move like independents. It's like it's smut on the independents. I mean, it's smut on Major's name, and I get that everybody came through with the 360, and they kind of disturbed the industry. But guess what? That's where we are now. So everybody that's major, and I got some stuff. I got some news coming up. Just let y'all know. I know. I know I be preaching independence, but I got some news coming up. Just let y'all know. But everything I do is to provide opportunities for other people that's connected to me. Everything that I do is to provide opportunities for people that's connected to me. So just know that a lot of the moves that I'm about to make, just let y'all know, a lot of the moves that I'm about to make is to benefit y'all too. It's not just for me. So make sure y'all join the Patreon. Everybody that's on the free or the $1 tier on Patreon, just let y'all know as of April 1st, it is going to be over. The bottom tier is going to be $5. So all of the content that y'all were enjoying and all of the opportunities that y'all were seeing, I had some placement stuff coming up. Y'all will not see that. I'm just let y'all know ahead of time. So let's see who we got first. And while I pull this up, if y'all got any questions, feel free to go ahead and put it in the chat. I will answer any question that y'all got, especially people on TikTok. Y'all might be new to my platform. So if y'all got some questions, put it in the chat. I will answer it as soon as possible. I had somebody trying to probe me. No Diddy. But I had somebody trying to probe me for information. And I didn't want to say it. But I wanted to be like, just Google me. If you Google me, you would know that we were nominated for 3 Grammys this year. You would know that I've already won 1 Grammy and multiple Billboard Awards. So if you try to wonder why, I mean, you fake or you, no, just Google me. I don't have to sell you on nothing. Chris, you first up. Let me see what you got. The name of the song is I'm Winning. Let's see what you got.
I'm winning. I'm winning. All of my grind, nigga. It's the winning circle. Yeah. I'm winning. On your mark. You said and go. On the race that checks that dough. Sprinting to it, you say go. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. On your mark, you said and go. On the race that check that dough. Sprinting to it, you say go. I'm winning. 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 On the race that check that can. Watch me smash through the dad. Run my Benz up fast like I'm gingerbread man. I don't bang, but I'm boolin'. Rich be coolin'. G's and P's my necklace. Got these bitches naked. They do anything just for the check. Money make them reflect. I got bitches on that neck. Leave they mono too fast. All you do is show that check. Watch how fat and spray to it. Ain't so real, no counterfeit. Make that money out for lick. Turn a Hawaii to a stripper. Money make a pole dance. I be eating her for dinner. Stripping, stay for breakfast. Sleep on nigga, no contender. Boy, you never win that. Put that chopper on repeat and play it like an instrument. On your mark, you said and go. On the race that chase that dough. Sprinting to it, you say go. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. On your mark, you said and go. On the race that chase that dough. Sprinting to it, you say go. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm winning. I'm title like a mermaid. Bet that pistol make you piss your pan. Now you drippin' in my name. But this can't cut till pay. If you try to rob me, these niggas 98% of the rest is kill me. But my nigga 100 like big face of Benjamin. If you do not know me, don't holler cuz we ain't no king. My whole circle small and slim. Only real niggas I am. We out just getting cake. Like Betty Crocker kitchen. They say get money, don't make money. Where your money, chicken? I got strong like the thing. That mean my weed fantastic. Stretching the last and flipping.
Let me see. Let me see what's his name. Chris Darnan. Yo, appreciate you submitting. Appreciate you submitting the record. So this is my thing. I don't think the record was bad. I actually enjoyed it. It's something that I would probably work out to. All right. So from that standpoint, I like it. I definitely feel like the mix could stand some work. The 808s is just a little too loud. And I know the funny thing is most new producers be like, nah, max it out. Turn it up. Give me some more 808s. No. Like there's a such thing as too much. When I do these reviews, I listen for anything that's gonna make you better, right? Anything that's gonna get you past 1,000 like sales, not downloads, not streams, so. Okay, let me just put it in perspective. When I'm listening to these records, the first thing I listen for is how could this land in the next 3 to 5 years? Will this song still be around? It does remind me of something that I can hear Ace Hood doing. So for that reason, I like it. Like I said, but I'm a big Ace Hood fan. I know it's a lot of people that be like, oh, no, that's washed up. Where we are right now in the music business, right? And just everybody take your notes out. I used to say this all the time back in the day, like years ago when I first started doing music reviews. Take your notes out. Just take your notes out. I'm about to teach you. I'm about to learn you something. But right now, we're in the music business where everybody is confused. Everybody in the music business is confused. They're trying to figure out what's going to work. They're trying to figure out what's the new sound. If you look at Drake, what's up, Kay? If you look at Drake ain't came out with no music, so can't nobody duplicate what he did. If you look at Beyonce is too big. With her production is way too big for anybody to try to copy what she did from like right now. If you look at Rihanna, she ain't doing no music. So right now, everybody that was the heavy hitters in the music business, they're not creating music. So when I'm listening to music, I'm like, okay, what you recorded, would this move the world? Like, would the world start to pivot and say, okay, that is a new sound? And then, truth be told, if you make a sound that everybody wants to duplicate, you're probably one of them. If you make a song that everybody wants to duplicate, you are probably one of them. When I heard what I just heard with Chris, that sound like a old Gucci Man featuring Ace Hood record. And again, I like it. I'm not mad at it, but it's just like, where does it land? It's gonna take you a lot of money to make this song work, and then if you do make the song work, where does that put you? Okay, you spent $50,000. You spent $50,000 on getting promo done. Okay, the promo is here. You got radio, but are you making a profit? Where you gonna perform it at? The club? Where they got Hennessy and strippers? Where you performing the record? And this is the stuff I just want people to start thinking about it. It's not just music anymore. We have to look at how people are consuming the music now. We got to look at how people consume it. It's not, I'm going to make this cool song in my bedroom. Everybody has been making songs in the bedroom. We even offer that. Negroes can't even compete with AI now. We at the point where Negroes can't even compete with AI. So that's my point. So appreciate you submitting, but I just want you to dig a little bit deeper. We got to find out what your actual sound is. There are a few people that I look forward to when they send music, but it's just like, yo, where are we going with this? All right, next up, I got Ethan Fowles. Is that Ethan? Yeah, Ethan Fowles. What up, Ethan? What's poppin'?
It's you and I are following your footsteps through the night. Hand on my back, you're twisting the knife. I tell you what happened, it was a damn great mistake. I try to leave it how it was.
Everybody on TikTok, I'm working on getting y'all feet over here.
Last time I saw
for you. I sing for you, my ghost. So where did you go? That's all I got.
All right, y'all about to think I'm an elitist. What I'm about to say is gonna make a lot of y'all mad. Oh man, okay. Ethan, that sound like a whole lot of money, my boy. That sound like a man. Look. That sound like a whole lot of money, my boy. So that record, it felt like something that Elton John would have done. Honestly, it felt like an Elton John record. I do think that vocally you could stand a little bit of work. Vocally, it sounds like it's kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Unintentional. Your vocals sound very unintentional, right? It sounds like you leaned on the record. I could tell that you wrote it, so it's written well, right? That's why I said I could hear it in commercials, I could hear it in film, I could hear it everywhere. That's a dope record. But your vocals could stand some work. I think you could get back in the studio, just sing it better. Honestly, too, and this is something y'all let me know in the chat if y'all would like for me to do this. But I was thinking about doing a master class on performance for singers and rappers and just everybody. The way you perform is different in different settings, right? And I'm pulling now from my 19. Y'all don't judge me. Don't judge me. Do not judge me. But I'm pulling from my 1996 into 2001 is when I was heavy in church. Well, I'm still in church, but when I was heavy in church and I had to teach the choirs how to sing certain parts and I had to sing, hold your mouth this way. We used to say, if you're trying to hit the high note, squeeze your butt cheeks together. Squeeze your butt cheeks. And guess what? Every time they squeeze the butt cheeks together, they hit the high note, right? They hit the high note. So it's small little tricks that you can start doing to get a better sound. I just think you could go back in the studio and perform that a little bit better. And that's for Ethan. And also for my rappers, I think a lot of rappers just don't know how to control their voice. They don't know how to rule the stage when they perform. When you get in the studio, you should be performing the record like you're in front of 1,000 people. If you don't have any type of emotion attached to the records that you're performing, ain't nobody gonna listen to it. That's why every time somebody hear Whitney Houston, when she did that in the studio, and we heard it on the record, that's why we still feel it the same way to this day. She performed it as if she was in front of Carnegie Hall, right? So I'm just, y'all let me know though. Y'all let me know if y'all want me to do a master class on that. I'm really considering it. Let me see. Bright, we got Bright the MC in the building, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. I got the clue bomb for Bright. Nah, Bright is one of them real ones that's in my community that I always look forward to when he sends records. So that's what that is. Let me see what he got. But look, I am not easy on nobody. Anybody that's new to the chat, I'm not easy on anybody. Everybody on Twitch, like I'm not easy. I listen to it from a different ear. Just let y'all know ahead of time. All right, let's see what we got.
Same page, all alone on this interstate.
I don't wanna tell you how I feel. I just wanna show you what's real. Yeah, you and I on the same page. Yeah, all of them on this interstate.
That's right.
I don't wanna tell you how I feel. I just wanna show you what's real. Yeah.
Whoa. The moment I met you, I knew I was blessed. Tell me to let me alleviate stress. So much you gotta get off of your chest. Easy with men as a problem to listen, so I had to change it, accept the position. Head of the house is the greatest dimension, like you are the queen and there's no competition. A piece of harmony, greatest written like love is the victim when you're not the system. You give me balance and strength in my vision, like love gave me you was the greatest extension. You was right when I made the decision, like we benefit from the knowledge and wisdom. There are some things that I cannot control, so I gave it to God by accepting the role. You had a level of patience, I had a problem with weight, and we had some good conversation. You helped me deal with the hatred, you was a part of the team. But stopped in my flaw, believed in the dream. I would not give it up for anything. We can grow old and sit on the swing. It's just me paying homage to Queen.
You and I on the same page. All alone on this interstate.
There we go.
I don't wanna tell you how I feel. I just wanna show you what's real. Yeah, you and I on the same page. All alone on this interstate. I don't wanna tell you how I feel. I just wanna show you what's real.
That joint feels so good. I just want to let it ride out. Bright. All right, so before I give you my feedback, you did send 2 records. This is the benefits of being in my community too. So if y'all want to do what Bright does, Bright, you've been manipulating the system though. Bright be like, I'm gonna send them 10 records this week. Here you go, big dog. I love Bright though, man. I love him. Like, hey Dino, I just did 1,000 records this week. How you do 1,000, my nigga? Let me see what this other record sounds like.
Walking away, cause you rather leave undone. Millions of ways we can escape this one. Why do you think heaven is making love song? Baby, you wait, baby, you stay. No, I haven't seen you in so long. I don't know where you're in.
Hey. T-Shat, what up, boy? What up?
Remember when I found you, and suddenly you be okay every time I lay you down. All of the blood feeling inside when I lay you down. You be okay every time I
I got an idea for this too, Bright. So
Yeah, they hurt your feelings a lot of times. You done fell victim to plenty lies. Probably heard every pickup line, like where you from, baby, what's your sign? You let the pain like I'm doing fine. I see the truth behind every smile. A product of Venus of space and time. No matter the hurt, you still treat them kind. When it's the soul, Venetians are blind. I see the look in them pretty eyes. The pain is defined when you are with friends. You learn to smile when you're feeling down. Pick up the pieces and redesign. And all that was given solidified. You wanted piece of my price and to get it. It often comes with a random smile. One of a kind, you truly unique. Karma is good when it's back around. I hope you find all the pieces when puzzles. Like in the end, it's all by design. You can't put time in the bottle, they say, but you can lose it and waste time. I saw you shipping the sea, get it down. I just wanna throw a lifeline. Heard your cries when you cried out. Plenty room in a lighthouse. Let me extend the blessing of love. Hopefully making you a spouse.
house. Good things come in due time. Follow your heart like the road signs. Hopefully it'll lead you to me. I really do wanna make you mine.
Every time I lay you down. Rolling the bones, feeling inside when I lay you down.
Yeah.
Every time I lay you down.
Fire, fire, fire. Yo, I haven't heard no trash today. Thank y'all for not sending me no boo-boo music. Yo, right, that was fire. So my initial response to the first record, it feels like a fall time record. Like it feels like something that would be released in the fall. I know you said something about just so for y'all, for everybody that's new to the chat, if you don't follow me, please make sure you follow me. But Bright the MC is somebody that's a writer. He's a rapper. I won't say singer. Like he's a writer though. He's a writer, rapper, poet. He's fire. What I foresee for that Same Page record, I know we talked about doing a catalog or a library of music. I don't know what Upgrade the Meaning has going on right now as far as the catalog going, but I would definitely say send any of these records that you're doing. Make sure you work with them on the licensing. As far as sync goes, now as far as I go, y'all know I had the placement opportunity posted to get some stuff to Bieber earlier this week, and I like the record that you and Trey did. Matter of fact, I might be able to pull it up right quick. But I like the record that you and Trey did for Justin Bieber. I did submit it, so let y'all know when I do. So the way I work, and this is why I work the way I work. I don't want to be the person that you have to come to get paid when it comes to bigger placements. So therefore, I have to make sure that everybody has their stuff in order. When I say their stuff, I'm talking about your publishing company, your writing credits. Are you with BMI or ASCAP? Are you with CSAC? Do you have placements under your belt already? Are you a part of a production team? Have y'all like? It's a lot of other little small details that can get involved when it comes to a placement not working or a placement happening. So that's why I started the whole community on Patreon. That's why I started the community on Patreon. It's not just for me to get $5, $10, $20 off of you a month. It is for me to make sure that you got your ish together. So when somebody else comes up, you say, all right, I want to work with you. Because this is the thing, all right? And I'm going to go to the next record. Somebody asked me a lot of questions in my DMs. And this is, I might pull it up. No, I ain't going to do that. That'd be messy. But they were asking me, so what is it that you do and how do you get paid, and do you get paid from artists? And I said, my short answer is no. My short answer is no. Some of y'all have been following me in my stories, and y'all know that I'm working on buying a lot of acreage to build somewhat of a small compound. I call it a small compound, a modest compound. Can you say compound and be modest? I think you can say it's a modest compound, right? So for me to get that, it ain't music money. Music money is very slow. It could be good if you land certain records, but like I told the guy in my DMs, I said, I don't make the money from an artist. So the little $4 or the $10 or $20 that y'all pay me for subscriptions for me to teach you, that's what I would get. When it comes to artists, everything that they invest in is for them. If you think, and this is from a producer standpoint, and from, I'm not a manager. I don't even like to do all that either. But from a producer standpoint, if you really analyze the music, the producer comes in the studio, they say, okay, I got a beat. All right. The artist says, oh, Lou, I love that beat. Upload it to Pro Tools. The artist starts to record on the beat. At one point, you have the opportunity to charge for the beat, or you say, I believe in the artist is dope, we're going to see where it goes. Let's say the artist releases the music, they have no idea on how to market it, they have no idea on who to go to even start performing, they have no idea on how the DSPs work, they have no idea on algorithms and all that stuff, they don't know about none of that, but you just produced the record for the free. So then they say, all right, cool, hey man, go ahead and get me the mix on that joint. What they're going to do, they're going to pay the engineer. You're going to pay the engineer. The engineer is going to charge them about $300, $400. They're going to mix and master and say, oh, we got the record. Meanwhile, the producer is still over here looking stupid in the face. The producer's still looking stupid in the face. So then they say, man, the producer down starts to get some balls. And I'm telling you this because I've lived through all of this stuff. I've been in the music business for 20 years. So I've lived through a lot of stuff. So the producer's over here looking stupid in the face. They're waiting for the artist to pay. They're doing all of this based off of a trust system. The artist ends up going to get the record popping. They get hot in the streets. Meanwhile, the producer still ain't got, they got split sheets together. They got split sheets, so the royalty layout and all that stuff is worded in the documents, but you still have to wait on the artist or the label or whoever the artist goes through to get the record popping. You still got to wait on them to pay you. So you ain't made no money up front. You ain't made no money on the studio session. You ain't made no money on the marketing. Meanwhile, the artist has already spent about $20,000, $30,000 on getting that record popping. You see how this works? So this is why people like me, I charge for consultations. I'll charge for a beat. I'll charge up front for the beat too. I'll charge for the studio time because after you leave me, there is no guarantee that you're going to do anything with the record. So this is why I started community. This is why I started different support systems. This is why I'll freely give a lot of my resources. This is why I freely talk about a lot of stuff because the music itself don't pay me like that. When we get royalty checks, and I could give y'all a perfect example. I was just on Justin Bieber's album last year. I was on UConn. I produced on the UConn record. Well, I co-wrote on UConn, right? From the UConn record, ask me at what point did I get money? Ask me at what point did I get money? And this is why it's important to have businesses that pay you dividends, that pay you monthly, that pays you on a consistent basis. This is why you have to have business, and that's what I teach. You have to have businesses that you're not only monetizing, but you have a system built around it. So if ish hit the fan and you need to put gas in your car and you got to wipe your butt with paper towels and you got to put food on your table, I'm the person that's going to help you build a system. So when the label does come, or if you don't even want to go to a label, I'm saying, look, this is what I did. You want to get $10,000 a month? You want to get $20,000 a month? What are you trying to do? Okay, you want to do this? Well, you making pottery is not going to make you $10,000 a month. You printing out T-shirts and merch and you don't know how to market it is not going to get you no money. I'm the boogeyman for a lot of people. But I don't know how to sugarcoat nothing. I have been through a lot of stuff, and this is the thing. When I talk to my youngest on TikTok a lot, and I say, Uncle Nito really does have your best interest in heart. Uncle Nito got your best interest, because guess what? I am the person that's gonna say that sounds stupid. Don't do that. You paid me $20 to submit the record for a music review. Before you pay another $500 to $1,000 because you think you got a dope record, let me tell you what I think you should be doing. And this is stuff that people, what's the guy name? He was just on Ray Daniels' podcast, and Big Bang, Boo Man. This is why people like that can take advantage of an artist and have no recourse of action. They say, man, look, the nigga paid me. He paid me. Here's what it is. You know what it was when he got. I'm the person that's gonna be like, yo, don't do that. Just wake up. Just wake up. So anyway, Bright, I love both of those records. Like I said, I did submit the joint that you and Trey did for Bieber that I produced. I did submit that. So we're gonna see what happens, right? And this is the thing. Even when it comes to working with major artists, right? I've literally been in the studio with 50, Havoc, what's the girl name? I can't remember, little white girl. Can't think of her name. But I've been in the studio with a lot of people. Unfortunately, and this is why I'm the way I am too. When it comes to major releases, right? Bieber, Ice Cube, Eminem. When it comes to major releases, if you don't get in on the very, very front end of the album and you can help navigate the sound of the project, or they're not calling you to do the finishing works of the album, that in between, that middle section where they're just trying to do some album fillers, it is a big chance that you ain't gonna place. It's a really good chance that you're not gonna place on that album, right? So notice I talked about some of the stuff with Sci-Hi and a lot of the bigger names that's on that album. Well, he called me to help finish the album. When it's on the Bieber side of things, we're working on starting the album. He already had songs, but it's like, do you have a sound that can make people say, yo, I need that. That's the part that's been missing. Yo, Nito, that's what's been missing. I need that. That's what people call me for. So anyway, again, make sure y'all join the Patreon. I will be doing some workshops. I will have a lot of stuff going on this year. We got events coming up. It's going to be a lot. Let's see. Next record, we got to play. Who we got? Chris, you sent another record. All right, Chris, this will be your last record for the day. And join the Patreon. Chris, join the Patreon.
Took a cruise up the ATL and eat some fish from GG. Clean, fresh as hell, drip me twisted, shout out GG. And my chick with me, she a 10 like some wing piece. And on his eyes, I like the rain, you can smell the breeze. They got on the little shorts, twerking, showing booty me. My pocket full of dead faces, all they hit decapitators. As I got my eye low like limo, looking like an Asian. Outside look like a UFO, we in it like some aliens. At the dinner, babe, let's get on. I wanna see you naked. She already know the bend it over, doggy style my favorite. Make that booty bounce, baby, while I'm gripping on your titties. Stand her up, put her in the foot, Nelson like I'm body lash. Now that I hear this club, hop up, put on that drill. Yeah, you know she got match to fly. Yeah, shot it 5+5. Yeah, you know that 5 on my hill. Loaded clip, don't drill. Cause nigga don't fight no more. Get a gun, it's kill to be killed. They crazy. They crazy like that mojo be that crazy. Smoking summer, we on blazing. Can't meet you like blue, my fragrance. And my girl perfume Chanel. I'm a Georgia boy from Athens, where you know them dogs at hell. Cruise up the ATL to eat some fish from GG. Clean, fresh as hell, drip me twisted, shout out GG. And my chick with me, she a 10 like some wing piece. Blowing on his eyes, I like the wind. You can smell the breeze. They got on them little shorts, twerking, showing booty in my pocket full of dead faces. All they hit decapitators. As I got my eye low like limo, looking like an Asian. Outside look like a UFO, we in it like some aliens.
Hey. That be hard. He remind me of somebody. Where you at? I got so many tabs open. I got my computer looking like, wow. My computer looking like, yo, you got mad tabs open, dog. I like that record. That record was fire. But see, again, I hate to be that guy. I really hate to be that guy. And this is for Chris. And if you want to hear some of this, just watch it on playback. The only way you're going to see playback is because this don't go nowhere else but Patreon. I can't play y'all's records on YouTube because it demonetizes my channel. All right. But this is the thing. All right. If I were to ask Chris right now, because again, that record is fire. I like it. That joint was fire. But if I would ask him right now, what is he doing to promote himself? How are you getting his music out? Are you making music for fun? Is this a hobby? If it's a hobby, cool. Disregard everything I got to say. If it's a hobby, disregard everything I got to say. I don't have to just disregard everything. But if you don't want this to be a hobby, I'm going to tell you it's only about, maybe you only got about 3 different ways that you can get this music popping. This particular type of sound, right? You can go to who is it? Who is that in Memphis? He reminds me of somebody. I can't think of that mug name. I can't think of his name right now. It's going down in the DM. going down. Hey, everybody on Patreon, or everybody on YouTube, remind me. I can't think of who the dude name is, but he reminds me of him. I like it for that reason. But okay, we got that one already, right? You could either do two of these things. You can figure out what a different sound is going to be, meaning you're going to have to look for Yo Gotti. Thank you. That's what I was trying to think of. He remind me of Yo Gotti. That's who you remind me of. That's what I said. It sounds good, but we have a Yo Gotti. We've had a Dolph. We've had a lot of people, and I like to talk like this to get artists to think in a different way, right? If the industry overall has had a Yo Gotti, we've had a Juice WRLD, we've had a Lil Uzi Vert, we've had the Migos, we've had Drake, we've had Future. What is it that you bring to the table that makes us be like, yo, that's fire? It sounds crazy. Who is that? I ain't never heard nobody sound like that. And look, even if it sounds lame up front, it's okay. The people that sound lame up front that don't nobody really rock with be the superstars of this ish. They be the superstars of this. It don't be the people that just tries to go with the trend, right? This is why I get on. It really pisses me off when I get really talented people, and when I say talented, like people that has the skill and they have the ability to create phenomenal records. But it really pisses me off when those people come to the studio and they try to recreate something that somebody else has already done. Cause they say, well, I need to get a Cupid shuffle. Cause I mean, I'm trying to get hot in the streets. What really gets you hot in the streets? Y'all want to know what really gets you hot in the streets? What really gets you hot in the streets is coming with something different and make people come to my house. This is what we doing in my house. What house you got? In a neighborhood, and this is how I like to paraphrase things for certain artists. If you go to a neighborhood, every house in the neighborhood is brick. You got the brick house right here. Oh, this house is white brick. Okay, this house got red brick. Okay, this is a gray brick house. But the whole neighborhood is got brick houses. And then you see one house that's a wooden house and it's painted yellow. You're going to be like, yo, why is that house painted yellow? They look crazy. But if you start seeing it's popping over there at the yellow house. They got a Maybach coming in and out of the driveway at the yellow house. You got folk that's cooking out every day at the yellow house. Now you're going to say, oh, that's the hood house. But guess what? The yellow house always stands out. Let everybody else make brick houses. You do the yellow wood house. And then you go buy you a brick house because we don't want just wood houses. We want some brick. We want brick around the house. But that's what I mean. Just you have to have something different, man. You got to have something different right now. And I think who's the last meeting I had? Last meeting I had was with Empire Music. Right? This one say I might have something coming up soon, just to let y'all know. I thought it was for the independent. I am, but y'all don't be paying. The independent artists do not pay. Like, I mean, Neil, can you look out for me on this one? Bro, can you look out? I mean, bro, I respect you. I know every word, every trick that they be doing. I know all of it. But when it comes to the labels, right now they have so much surplus of money, but they have every artist submitting records and trying to get hot on social media with this type of sound. The issue is when it comes commercial time, and when they I'm gonna put it in a major standpoint. And when I listen to music, I listen as an exec, I listen as a music producer, and I listen as a consumer, right? And then sometimes I listen as an artist because I know y'all be on y'all arts ish and you be like, I'm sensitive about my ish. All right, cool, I got it. But when it comes to how the labels are moving, they'll say, okay, I love this artist. They got a decent enough following. We think, and this is how they be thinking. We think we can monetize their audience. We think they're underutilizing their platform. So they're gonna go look at your socials. They're gonna look at your TikTok. They're gonna look at your Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. They're gonna look at all that. They're gonna say, okay, we will give you an advance based off of this projection. And they say, okay, this projection, we think we could give you, if we give you $100,000, we definitely think we could do about 800,000. We think we can make about 800,000. If we give you 100, we can make it about 800. So they're gonna give you the $100,000. You're gonna go and say, oh, I made it. That is your advance money for you to go invest more into some of the stuff that you got going on. You need to buy more cameras. You need to find people that's gonna be the camera walkers. Because you can't shoot all the content dolo. If you're on the plane, you want somebody walking behind you on the plane, and you want to be vlogging all this stuff. But what a lot of artists do is they'll get the deal and then they mess up the money because they don't know this money is actually seed investment. This is not money for you to go trick off and go buy a Bentley, which you could do. This ain't money to trick off and go buy a Corvette, which you could do that as well. This is the money for you to go reinvest into something that you think is going to push your needle forward. That's how all of this stuff works. So for me, when I talk to independent artists, again, the first thing I'm gonna say, okay, how you make your income? You got a job? Okay, you got 9 to 5. Okay, cool. With your job, about how much do you think you make? Oh, you make 30,000. Oh, you make 30,000. Okay. With that 30,000, how much do you have left at the end of the month? If you don't have no money left at the end of the month, okay, we need to figure out how we can make you some more money so you can not only be better as far as living situation, but now you can have some money to invest in your art. But a lot of times what happens is y'all slip up on some dope records. Y'all will slip up and the record be fire, and you did just enough work on social media wherein the labels will say, okay, you're fire. So now they're going to hand you the 360 because they say, all right, we're going to take the risk on to invest in you as an artist, but we don't know that you're going to quit tomorrow. So in order to have us as a little threshold between us and you, we're going to put this in place. And that's why the 360 was birthed. It's birthed because they don't know how many people going to stop producing records after getting their $100,000. You're going to stop producing a record. Now you're going to go over here you want to be a pro basketball player. Okay. All right. And now they got to figure out how they're going to get their money back. So anyway, hopefully y'all are learning something. I'm gonna see how many more records we got because I gotta get the podcast started. In a hot second. So let me see what I got. I'll play some records. I'll play a few records. A record in between. Let me play a record in between while we get the everything up. Lord Jesus. Too many tabs. Maybe I won't play a record. I'm looking. Hey, B. Lamont, you said Cupid. You will be surprised of how many artists come in the studio and they say they want a certain type of record, and what they're looking for is so like it's just minuscule. It's like baby records. It's just lame records. I was like, okay, y'all want that? This is what you want. And I'm not saying Cupid Shuffle's whack either. I'm not saying it because I know some people be flipping words. I'm not saying it. I'm just saying it's low-hanging fruit. I just think it's low-hanging fruit. Low-hanging fruit. That's all I think. But looking through. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know I hate dead space. Let me play some Jill right quick. I hate dead space. Appreciate the follow. Got your shoulders on too high, got your soul on too tight. Let me give you something good and right. I really would like to. This is Jill Scott, by the way. Won't you please let That's the one with JID. He killed it. He killed it. He killed it. Before we get out of the music review segment, y'all let me know if y'all have any questions because we gotta get to the podcast segment. But I had some good records today. I really enjoyed most of y'all's music. I enjoyed it. Bright, you already know. You already know. I don't even have to say nothing. Did I play Chris's other record? Yeah, I played that one. We good. We good. I'm gonna play this and then we're gonna get the podcast started. All right, how about that? Play this, then we gotta get the pod started. Gotta get it started.
I'll let your body decide if this is good enough for you. Already folding it for you. Already folding it for you. I'll let your body decide if this is good enough for you.
Kalani, what up?
Already folding it for you.
It was a pleasure. It was a pleasure losing to you this year in the Grammys. It's fine.
Folding it for you.
That girl bad. Tank, what up?
Remind me of the first time I asked you, was the room for me? Waist up slides and that ass right. This
Trey, you mad late. You mad late, dog.
Feel belly ring. Reminisce as I go through all your things. Shoes remind me of your pretty.
A jazz artist of a jazz friend of ours invited us to a concert, so I got to be right at 2 hours a day. So I'm a little bit over. You late, dog. You late. I'll get you next week though.
Standing on the tippy toes and watching that thing for me. All these baddies that I see.
Hey.
Remind me of my favorite thing in the world that I love to eat. Would you please come pick up your clothes? Come through it. Meet me at the door. Eyes still open. I know it's getting cold, but it's frozen. Come pick up your clothes.
Tank can sing his butt off, man.
I ain't trying to trick you, but I got
Hey.
it. If you need him back, if you need me back, I just really wanna with you. I can give him all your linen. Damn, I'm wishing you when I try to get you back in the phone. Bring it here and let me heads up there. Stretched out there.
That Negro just singing. He's singing for no reason. Hey. Tank just be singing for no reason. Welcome to another episode of the Mad Look at the Podcast. I am the host, the one and only Magneto7 in the building. I'm here. This is episode 232. Listen, when I hit like 500, episode 500, I bet not be in the studio. I better be like in some big ish, like in a skyscraper, looking at the city, like yeah. Not the city on the TV, the city on the back wall. But this episode is brought to you by Safe Tire Auto. You need some tires, you need an oil change, you need alignment, I think I need a CV axle on my truck. I think I need a CV axle. But if you need any of that stuff, make sure you go over to Safe Tire Auto. Tell them Magneto 7 sent you from the Mad Look at the Podcast. How about that? Listen. This has been a phenomenal week. It's been a great week for just musicians. Let me give us the clap. Let me give us one. Now, I'm not excluding beat makers. Just let y'all know, I'm not excluding the beat makers, but the musicians, the people that actually care about music still, this week was for us. It was for us. But of course, y'all know I got to get into Tank and Tyrese towards after the middle of the show. We got to get to the Tank and Tyrese, but it's been a lot of things going on, especially down here in Georgia. We got the pollen. Pollen is just out here being reckless. Everybody that's in the southern region, if y'all got pollen, if you got black cars, you got the dark colored cars, just let you know. All right, and I'm a guy. Keep in mind, I'm 30. I'm about to say I'm 32. Hey, Trey, I'm going to say I'm 32. I'm not 32. I'm 42, all right? And my whole life, pollen has been my enemy. I remember when I was in the yard, we probably talking about 8th grade. No, earlier than that. So you probably talking about 4th, 3rd grade. I remember being in the yard, and then the pollen just came through. Now like that. This is before I had glasses on like that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. That pollen itch it's like a coke addict scratching your throat, right? But anyway, I remember back in the day I had pollen so bad my eye looked like it was about to pop out the socket. Well, the older I've gotten, it's gotten a little bit lighter, but now I have little things that I can do like Claritin, Zyrtec. They're not paying me for the ad, but I have to have something when the pollen comes out. When I moved to Georgia, it just got on industrial strength. It's like pollen is cocaine on the streets, and it's like it's just like I'm gonna blow all of this yellow dust. It's terrible. It's terrible. So everybody that's fighting with the pollen down here in Georgia, I'm praying for you. Just know you got a friend in me. You got a friend in me. You got a friend in me, right? But anyway, I want to get to the pod. Okay. I'm gonna just talk about this real briefly because it could get real ugly. It could get dark real quick. So I watched the J. Cole interview. All my followers know. I have a love-hate relationship with J. Cole. And I'm from North Carolina, too. Go figure. But I watched the J. Cole interview with Cameron, right? And I haven't seen that much deflecting in a minute. Now, I was told, one of my friends, I'm not going to say his name, but one of my friends was like, yo, you know that I was there that night when Cole did what he did, and, you know, and me and Cole had an exchange years ago. We had a couple exchanges, but the first one was the one that really, it's like, I see what type of person you are. So my friend said, well, you know, I remember that night. I was definitely there. And can we say maybe he's just an introvert when it comes to meeting new people? I said, well, if we want to say that he's an introvert when it comes to meeting new people, Jermaine, all right, I can accept that. But and I also watched the Jay-Z interview. This is what further proof say about cuss. I'm not gonna cuss today. Like I said, when I start talking about J. Cole, I can go down a rabbit hole. So I'm gonna keep it PG. But I watched his interview and I watched Jay-Z's interview. And when the interviewer, and that was I can't remember the interviewer's name from GQ, but he did a great job. Matter of fact, I give him a clap. Did a great job. Phenomenal job. But when Jay-Z was talking to the interviewer from GQ about the J. Cole situation, he said, man, well, we set him up and he just didn't want to, I guess he didn't want to take the help. Well, that put some things in some different perspectives, because a lot of people from Dreamville wanted me to produce for J. Cole. People wanted me to produce, but it was a little different. It was a little different. And again, I'm not going to go hard. I just don't feel like everything that Cole talked about on that interview was 100% copacetic. And I ain't got my box on my microphone. I don't feel like it was 100% copacetic. I feel like some stuff. Okay, let me ask y'all a question. If you see somebody exudes the same, they exemplify the same characteristics over and over, the characteristics of disregard. They say they F with these people, but it's really more so like I deal with people. I work with them just to get. When we see somebody do a certain thing, do we make a excuse? Do we make an excuse for what they did? Or and we say, no, it's their personality, because that's what my friend tried to tell me. That's what I should do to J. Cole. No, this is his personality. For me, I'm like, no, if that's a character flaw and you acknowledge it as a character flaw, okay, that's a little bit different. But I never heard a real apology from Cole. I never heard a real place of ownership with the BS. And again, I can't talk about a lot of stuff. I can't I have to be surfacey. You never know who watches these pods. You never know. It's just a few people right now. It's just little trinkets right now. But after watching Cole's interview, after watching Jay-Z's interview, I was like, okay, he's just one of them type of people. And if that's what it is what it is. But I didn't, I salute Cam for doing the interview. Even with how Cole talked about, he gave the whole rundown. And this is the thing. I can tell when Negroes is spinning on somebody. I can tell when the Negro is spinning. They got you spinning and said, well, yeah, I'm going to hit you next week. Y'all all know, we all know those people. We know those people where they say, look, dude, when I get this going on, then I got your project immediately. Right? He told Cameron, when we get this together, I'm gonna come rock with you. Like Cole did all of this stuff, and I never heard a real apology. It was just a lot of explanation. Maybe it's a light skin thing. I don't know. B. Lamont says Tank singing about Nito and Cole singing about beef. I'm just saying, yo. I was weirded out by the interview a little bit. I was a little bit weirded out. But anyway, salutes to Cole. Cole is still a phenomenal rapper, right? He still has etched his name in the history in the historic hip hop category and music, especially for North Carolina, right? So I gotta definitely salute him. But anyway. On to somebody else that has been in the news off and on. Shouts out to Usher. Usher just did an interview with, I think, somebody from the Shade Room. But I thought it was an interesting interview because he never said that he was not on Puff's side. He gave some explanations, and I wanted to review this because I thought it was interesting. I saw a lot of people in the comments that was mad because he never downplayed Puff's significance in his life. He was like, man, I ain't never see him do nothing bad. And I was like, are you sure? Are you sure, Usher? You ain't never seen Puff do nothing bad. Not one thing? Yo. Usher was. I'm gonna just let it play. We gotta review it. I thought it was a good interview though. Overall, it was a good interview. Let me see. Here we go.
A bit controversial, but in the same way, I think many people choose to look past the reality of what our country is, the standards that we.
Hold up, wait. Usher, he asked you about Puff. He didn't ask you about the country. Don't give me the political state of our country right now, and everything that's happening. Don't give me that. He asked you about Puff, P. Diddy, Daddy Jones, Combs. Don't give me no sign. Anyway.
Now, stand on. We can't ignore the reality of the history, but in many ways, I think certain people are prosecuted and maybe not recognized for the greatness, that they offer. I don't have anything negative to say about Sean Combs because my experience was not what the world has seen and how he's been, misrepresented.
Hold on, wait. How was Puff Daddy misrepresented? Okay, let's see something. Right quick. Let me see something. I just want to pull up something. Just something simple. Just something simple. Just something simple. How was he misrepresented? All right. I want to know that. How was he misrepresented? I want to bring this back to the stage because I think people be forgetting when they go on these interviews and they say, I ain't never seen him do nothing bad. I ain't never seen Puff P. Diddy Jones do nothing bad. Nothing? Okay. All right. What about this? This is something that I can see that he did bad. And again, I'm not pissing on nobody's stuff. He's doing the time now. he's got going on, everything that he got going on, right? But you said you ain't never seen him do nothing bad. Okay, if that's Cassie right there, that's Cassie, and this is Puff. She's trying to get away. She putting her shoes on. And again, look at him. He got the coke. He got the coke running through his blood. He like, where you about to go? And he yokes her up and he does that. Okay. And he kicks her. All right. So when Usher said he ain't never seen Puff do nothing bad. Nothing? Okay. He tried to say this is a political issue. Dog, he trying to spin the mess out of this interviewer. This spinning season. I'm gonna name this episode Spinning Season. He trying to spin the mess out of them. But anyway, let me play the rest of it.
I'm not saying that every man is perfect. I'm not saying that all of us don't have flaws. But I can't, with any sense of humanity, not recognize the valuable contributions that this man made for us as black entrepreneurs, for us as businessmen, for us as people who transition, culture and ideas into something that's tangible and becomes business. So many people benefited from what he created. And I acknowledge that. And that's why I see him as legacy.
Yeah. You told Shannon Sharp you learned a lot about business during that era.
Absolutely.
What'd you learn?
So this is one point too, and I'm gonna try to get through this quick. But when it comes to people that do shady stuff in business, and how Usher just said, it's a lot of people that benefited from the things that Puff has created. Okay, I agree with that. I don't disagree with that. But when it comes to morals, when we look at a person's morals, is it safe to say that we disregard anything bad that happens as long as everybody gets paid? Trey said, is this new? It is new. This is a new interview. When it comes to people that do bad things, is it safe to say that we just disregard the bad, especially if we benefit from the good stuff that they do? We just disregard the bad. It's like knowing somebody that's a millionaire. My bad, y'all. It's like knowing somebody that's a millionaire, and they say, "Well, you know what? As long as I can pee on your carpet, every time I come in your house. Now I'm gonna pay for the cleaner. I have a thing where I can't go to bathrooms. I have to pee on your carpet. So every time I come to your house, I'm going to pee on your carpet, but I'm going to pay for it. I promise you I'm going to pay for it, but I got to pee on your carpet. Are we okay with people that do that? I don't know. Maybe I'm built different. I can't disregard a person's blatant disrespect for other people because you have a God complex. Let's call a thing a thing. And again, I love a lot of the Puff records. I grew up on them joints. His whole catalog is phenomenal. Minus some of the joints where he may have rapped or sung on that 50 was like, I don't know, dog. But I don't know. Let me see what B. Lamont said. He paved the way, but D-Man. This is the thing. Again, are we in a place, and this is a blanket statement, not just about Puff. I'm just talking about people in general. Are we in a place where we are okay with somebody coming in my house to pee on my carpet, but they say, every day I come in your house, I'm going to pee on your carpet, but I'm going to pay for it. I'm going to pay for a cleaner to come clean it up. They're going to clean that pee up, but every time, I can't do that. At some point, the pee starts to stink. At some point, the pee starts to go through the floorboards. Then the wood starts to smell like pee, and then the insulation starts to smell like pee. And now it's no longer just you coming to my house to pee on my carpet. But now I got to replace a whole spot in my floor because you keep doing the thing that you're doing. That's how I'm looking at all this stuff. At some point. And this is why I pride myself on being a square at the height of me being in music business. Now I'm approaching another level of music business where I know after 5 o'clock or after 9 at night, ain't nothing else going on in the studio. Only thing that's going on in the studio is poverty music after a certain time. I'm learning. I've learned over time. But anyway, let me play. I'm letting finish.
Puff was a mentor, but he was like you had that really, really hard teacher, but you're watching something in real time.
Hold on. Wait. Can I rewind that? So I think the interviewer asks, what business did you learn from Puff? If you were to ask me that same question, and let's say I had a real relationship with Puff. Let's say I had a real relationship. I'm going to say what I learned, about the living trust. I learned about how to protect your assets and, when it comes to certain things in the business sector and partnerships and joint venture and all this stuff. When it comes to that stuff, I learned that from Puff. Usher said Puff was a hard teacher. I love Usher too, so I'm not gonna dig. I'm not gonna dig. It's not necessary. What business did you learn from Puff P. Diddy Combs? He said, man, I learned a lot. He was a hard teacher. Oh, man. I love Usher too. I love him.
That the idea of the level of discipline that came at that time in business, especially in an era that was trying to prove itself culturally in hip hop. Now, you can't turn on the television and not see the influence of hip hop.
That's right.
But the people who actually made that appropriate and are the forefathers are people like Sean Combs. And not just in the great times that they had musically, but in the idea of being able to find ways to monetize culture.
Okay.
And create something that was not just black or white. It was colorless. It was green. That's who I see that man as. And that's what I choose to remember. I put respect on his name because I realized that, what I learned as a businessman, before I even understood what business was, came as a result of seeing the incredible things that he was able to do and the way that he positioned himself as a businessman. There are trials and tribulations that come with the pressures of...
I don't want nobody else black to say trials and tribulations for the rest of eternity. I don't want to hear it no more. All right, we're done. Trials and tribulations are over. We are taking those out of the black book of conversation. Ain't no trials and tribulations. It's bad conduct. And it's bad conduct and disciplinary actions. Trials and tribulations. Some of y'all trials and tribulations y'all brought on yourself. Just let's say that thing. It's not like you got a terminal disease and it's something that you just couldn't help. It just popped up out the blue. Some of y'all's trials and tribulations, you did it to you. All right. Say that. Just say it. Just I want people to, cause okay. Maybe I look like this. Maybe I look like this because for the majority of my life, I've had to work hard to not only acquire things, but to gain the respect, but to anything that's worth something in life. When it came to me working with all of the people that I work with in New York, it took me sleeping on the couch in the studio and taking whole baths. Yep, I did. I was taking whole baths in the studio bathroom because that studio didn't have a real bathroom, and didn't nobody want to pay for a hotel for me to come to produce up there, and I couldn't afford a hotel. So guess what I had to do? I had to stay in the studio. I had about $100 for the week. I slept in the studio every day for weeks at a time and took a whole bath. So then by the time we talk about getting real placements, and we talk about getting the Grammys, and we talk about all the stuff. You see me with the Rolex and stuff now. When you see me with the Cuban links and all that stuff, you see me with this stuff now. I took whole baths to get to that point. It took a lot of stuff in between. So when I get to a certain point and somebody says I'm putting respect on Nito's name, of course you're gonna put respect on my name. You saw the hustle the whole time. I didn't hold nothing back. When Ish wasn't popping, because this is the thing. Right now we got 2 folk on TikTok. We got a few folk on the other platforms. Now it ain't as big as I know it will be. But at some point when we start getting thousands in the chat and it's just quaking all the time, of course you're gonna put respect on my name because you saw the whole hustle. You saw the years of work that's put into building this thing. I can't say that. I don't know. I appreciate Usher for being a down home, a down dude. You know. I appreciate him for looking out for Puff. He doing his thing. B. Lamont said he sound like Mike Johnson defeating Trump. Yo, it's just different, man. It's different. I don't know. But anyway, shouts out to Usher. Oh man, shouts out to Usher, man. He is phenomenal. Hey, guess what? I will still pay to go see you in concert, Usher. You are phenomenal. You're a phenomenal man. No, you're a phenomenal man. My daughter's trying to, what she tries to do is she tries to get me to agree to stuff while I'm on the podcast. I told y'all in my basement I have all glass doors so everybody can see everything, so y'all can't do nothing slick. When you come over my house, I got cameras. I got cameras everywhere looking for you to do something. I got them outside and inside. So you ain't gonna. But anyway, what my daughter will try to do, she'll try to go to one of the glass doors while I'm recording live. And then she'll hold something up at the door and say, "Can I have this?" And you know, good and D well, if I was not recording the podcast, you could not have that in normal times. So she be trying to sucker her way into getting stuff. But anyway, let me get to my next topic. I think this is pretty cool. Everybody, and this is where we're gonna start. We're gonna start talking about Tank a little bit. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to find. Let me see. And there was a clip. It was a clip of Tank and Tyrese. And everybody on TikTok, I might be going over to IG, so follow me on IG because I be trying to get them some love on Saturdays too. I try to get them some love, but let me see right quick. And this is where I had so much fun just looking at pause. It sounds crazy. That was about to sound real crazy. But I want to say I had some fun. I had some fun looking at Tyrese and Tank perform because it brought me back to like nostalgic moments, like just the real hearty singers, the ones that know how to do the dang on thing. Let me do one thing right quick, and then we gon' yo. Oh man! All right. Everybody on TikTok, come over to IG. I'm about to go to IG right quick. Oh man. What I really enjoy is just having fun with this podcast stuff. I think a lot of the times people try to do pods and they just try to be so uptight. They try to be so scripted. I'm not one of them people. At all. So anyway, shouts out to Tank and Tyrese. Watch this. I was even gonna put the turtleneck on. I got the Tyrese turtleneck. If Tyrese is really a businessman, if he's really a businessman, right now is the time for him to start building a catalog of turtlenecks. I was gonna put this on while I talked about the Tyrese turtleneck during the verses. But anyway. Shouts out to them again. So this verses was something that was ridiculous for R&B music. Everybody young. All right, I'm gonna say if you are, what's the age bracket we gonna do? What up? The age bracket we're gonna go to. I'm gonna say 30 and under. Nah, my 30. Some of the 30-year-olds know it. I'm gonna say 25 and under. All my 25 and under kids. All right, check me out. 25 to 18. We're gonna say that because some of the stuff I gotta say might be a little different. So 25 to about 18. All right, check it out. When we listen to Tyrese and Tank do what they did on the stage, let me see if I can pull it up. And this is what I be trying to show independent artists. You got to learn how to control a freaking stage. Look at this. Look at this. This is this is the verses between Tank and Tyrese. And it's a lot of clips, but I thought this was pretty cool. This was the Turtleneck song. Hold on, let me see. Why don't I have no sound? There it is. There it is. All right, here we go. All right, so this is the thing. What y'all just saw happen between Tank and Tyrese, that is a master class on performance, right? A lot of the times when you have, and so, this is something else I got to point out. A lot of y'all have been too convenient when it comes to performances. Y'all have had the in-ears. Y'all have had the microphone that sound crispy. Some of y'all got the microphone with the vocoder, or not the vocoder. What is it? The auto tune. Some of y'all had all of the conveniences to make sure that you had a perfect performance. Well, guess what? The class that we grew up in, that Tank, that Tyrese, anybody, Case, when it comes to those people, we grew up in the era where your microphone was effed up no matter where you went. That microphone was gonna be boo boo. They have pissed on them. That microphone done been dropped in liquor. That microphone was dropped in beer. Then they handed it to you. You had to wipe it off. You smelled somebody's breath. Then you start singing. It had a little bit of static in it, so you used to cuff it like this back. We grew up under a lot of circumstances. The sound system was bad. The sound man looking at you like, and you telling the sound man, yo, can you turn me up? Sound man just looking at you like, I ain't about to turn nothing up. We grew up in the era where all of the stuff, when chaos happened, you still had to perform and figure it out on stage. That's the class that we grew up in. So when we look at Tank versus Tyrese, like I said, both of them they come from the class where everybody had to figure it out. The Chitlin Circuit era. Y'all don't even know what the Chitlin Circuit era is no more, right? But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to let you know up front. Right now, the Chitlin Circuit era is currently being rebirthed. I'll say it again. The Chitlin Circuit era, I'm on my Dr. Umar. The Chitlin Circuit era is currently being rebirthed. And if you're not a part of it, you're going to be one of the people that ain't making no money from your music. I'm going to tell you how I know. All right. So, and I have more I want to talk about with Tank and Tyrese. I want to bring this point out. When I say the Chitlin Circuit era is being rebirthed, right? We look at how things used to be between the 50s and the 60s, maybe the 70s. Towards the 80s, folk were starting to make some real money, so it changed a little bit. But between the 50s, the 60s, and the 70s, we had the Chitlin Circuit era. Chitlin Circuit era was when everybody got loaded up in not even a Winnebago. Like, everybody got loaded up in a van, right? 15-passenger van. You had a drummer, you had the bass player, you had a guitar player, all of them with their instruments sit in the back of the van. And the singers and stuff sit in the front of the van, and they would drive from South Carolina to Georgia to Florida to North Carolina to Virginia to Tennessee to Alabama. They would go around the Chitlin Circuit, we call it the Chitlin Circuit, and perform at all of these small venues. And when they would perform at these small venues, they would have to do something called improvisation. Somebody said this over here. Shouts out to Stacy. They would have to figure out how to improvise on the spot. They would have to figure out, okay, we just need some outlets. And this is stuff, like I said, we're getting back to that point, and y'all don't realize that's where we at, but I'm going to tell you. They would get out, they would get all of their instruments, they'll get their amps and all that stuff and set up in the venues. The venue might be as small as this room. Now, this room is a nice size. It's about 350 square feet in my main studio, right? About 350 square feet. They'll get into the venue and they'll set up and the crowd be packed and they perform, they sweating and they perform and get tips and all that stuff. And then they say, oh, that was fire. We're going to do this again tomorrow night. We in Alabama so-and-so. We're going to be on Northern Alabama tomorrow night. They'll drive up to Northern Alabama. They go perform again. They say, we're going to be in Georgia tomorrow night. They're going to drive over to Georgia, perform again. They're doing the same set. They're figuring out how to improvise on the spot. What that did is it made people figure out, okay, vocally, how much can I actually do consistent enough every night and maintain the same level show quality where these people that paid to come, they may have paid like a quarter or something. We're talking about way back in the day. But they may have paid like a quarter to come see this performer live. They say, what do we have to do to have the same level of show every night? So now that's when the lead vocalist will learn every background vocalist's strength and weakness. The band player will learn every musician's strength and weakness. And then everybody will play off of the strengths and weaknesses. Okay, y'all know every night so the last 3 shows, and I'm talking like I'm the lead singer. The last 3 shows that we did, when I hit that, when I try to get to that high note, you said I was struggling a little bit. When I get to that high note the next time, I want y'all to hit the high note, and then I'm going to come in on the bar after y'all. So that started to adopt, okay, this is the new way we're going to perform this song. I know we did in the studio, but this is the new way we're going to perform this song. So they'll get in, they had the background singers sing the high note, and they say, okay, cool, we could do this 50 more shows and get money and still be able to perform at a high level. Y'all young kids are missing that. Y'all are missing that element. So that's from the performance standpoint, learning everybody's strengths and weaknesses. What could I do to make sure I give everybody a great show every time I get up on that microphone? All right, cool. We got that. Now we had to start figuring out, okay, we charged that venue last time we were doing the show. We charged them $500 last time, but that $500 didn't really last us as long as we needed it to, because we got to pay for gas, we got to pay for food, and we got to have something to take away when we get off the road. They had to figure out how to learn. Okay, that was $500 originally. Let's bump it up to $1,000. Okay, $1,000 still not enough. Let's bump it up to $2,000. $2,000. All right, we all doing decent. Now everybody is learning how to troubleshoot financially. You've learned how to troubleshoot and give people a good show. You've had to figure out different personalities. And you've had to just keep going over and over and over to make sure that the process was seamless. Right now, we're in the same space. We're in the same space right now, but it's happening digitally. We're having a Chitlin Circuit digital era currently that's being birthed right now. A digital Chitlin Circuit era that's being birthed right now. Right? What that looks like in this new generation, everybody is trying to figure out who got a dope sound. All right, who's the dope artist? When I heard their streaming was fire, and they got a couple of numbers here and there. They got a decent following. All right, we can see that stuff, and we can hear that the music is good, but now it's in reverse. You have to show people who's doing what. You have to show people that you can actually sing. You have to show people how you made the beat. You got to show people why they should follow you. You have to show the people all of the stuff up front now, because back then that was the only thing that they had. It wasn't no getting to the studio first. The studio sessions cost so much money. They couldn't just go to the bedroom and record 1,000 records. They couldn't do that. Now we're in an era where you have to, because everything is accessible. My 10-year-old could go in my studio right now and create a record. She could record her own music. Her and my 8-year-old could produce and sing and do, 8 and 7, my bad. Her and my 7-year-old could produce and do everything on the spot. They could do their own music, right? What is the difference between them and this other person that's been doing music for 30 years? If we talk about just releasing music, like what's the difference between my 10-year-old releasing music that could probably be dope too, But them releasing music and this 30, 40, 50-year-old person that's releasing music, what's the difference? I'm going to tell you what the difference is. The history behind the person. What is the story that this person could tell versus this person? How can they show these stories that this person is telling versus this person? My 10-year-old don't have the same amount of life lived and experiences lived to be able to dig into a certain type of content. This person that's in their 30s, 40s, and 50s have the ability to do so. But what they're not doing is what I just said. They're not doing that. Y'all think that y'all can create a record, put it on the DSPs, and get everybody to stream it, and we pop it. No, that's trash. Nobody's going to follow that. What's the story that's behind the artist? What is the story that you can tell with the music? How are you going to actually go from point A to point B? Because, again, anybody can make a dance song. Anybody can make a soulful song. It's a lot of dope singers in the world, and it's a lot of dope rappers in the world. It's a lot. It's a lot. What is making you different, right? So now we go back to Tank and Tyrese, right? Tank and Tyrese. For me, I broke them up in two different categories, and this is not the masterclass. This is just my observation from looking at the show, the Versus show, right? I listened to Tyrese sing, and hold up. Do I have a clip of Tyrese singing? Everybody's posting it. Everybody's posting the turtleneck stuff. So this is the thing. All right, I look at Tyrese. Tyrese is dope. He can sing his butt off. He has that Al Green vibe. He gonna give you that Barry White vibe. He gonna give you all of that soulful feel. Tank is still soulful, but he's more commercial. He's gonna give you all the runs. He's going to give you all the musicianship, all the stuff that us musicians be like, oh, you killed that. That's what Tank is going to give us. But this is what I would tell y'all. They are both phenomenal in both fields. They both know how to control the stage. Again, going back to knowing somebody's strengths and weaknesses. If you look at Tyrese, you know and this is the other thing. Both of them got the same level of looks. To the ladies, both of them are attractive. Both of them can sing. This is where I would tell the average singer, you got to know what is your strength, what is your weakness. One of Tank's biggest strengths, and this is why I went with Tank, I'm going to always go with the writers. I've never, and I'm not saying that Tyrese don't write, right? So let me make sure I put that in there first. I don't know that he don't write. But I know that Tank's pen is ridiculous. Tank's pen is right. The fact that Tank never got into half of the catalog that he's written for other people, the Chris Brown stuff, like he never did that. Tank never got that. He just did the majority of his records, right? But in a live setting, this is why I bet on the writers. And this is why I bet on the people that's really creative. I love superstars, right? Don't get me wrong. I love superstars. If we this same conversation can be had when we're talking about Kendrick and Drake, when we're talking about Prince and Michael Jackson, when we're talking about Big and Pac, they're kind of equal when it comes to songwriting ability, superstar stuff. Then we start having to get into all of the rhetoric that might be connected to the artist, right? But just when we just talking about talent, right? We can paint the same parallels with multiple people, and this is why I always go with the writers. I always go with the hyper creative people. The hyper creative people know how to take advantage of every moment that's presented, right? Case in point, right now, if I got this piece of tape, I got this cord, and I got this napkin, and I got this another piece of tape that's balled up. I can make a beat out of this and tune it and all this stuff, and they're like, oh, that's fire. Oh. But for me, I'm like, no, it's just knowing what your strengths and what your weaknesses are. My strengths, my biggest strength is being a creative and learning, and I've learned how to hone in on that to monetize it, right? I've learned how to make it palatable for the masses and to have the mass consumption. I've learned how to do that. But when I was just first starting, I was just a person that was just a creative person, just a creative writer. When I was in elementary school, 3rd grade, I was proud of that. I'm still proud of that to this day. But when I was in 3rd grade, I painted this thing, and they used it as like the whole county-wide Christmas card thing, right? And I did that when I was semi-hood, like semi in the hood. I can't say hood. My mama say, you wasn't in the hood. I'm like, my folk took care of me. But there are certain things that creative people they're just going to do naturally. Creative people going to just create naturally. That's what they do. So when you look at Tank and he got on that stage and he did turtleneck. When the man that turtle, when he did that, I was like, oh, that's creative people doing creative stuff. Right? When it comes to Tyrese, and again, there's no shade. I don't know that Tyrese don't write. I'm just saying what it looks like. When it comes to Tyrese, I would put him in the Prince, Drake. I would put him in the Michael Jackson, Drake category. Like the superstars that's phenomenal with the art. They know how to deliver everything creatively, but they don't actually create the thing. They're not the initiator of the birth of the concept. They're not the birth of the concept. They just know how to deliver it for the masses to receive it. That's what I feel like this versus was, right? And again, both of them killed it. I was on a quick little rant on IG. I said, this is what it sounds like when you grew up in the church. When you grew up in the church, it sounds like this. I did that, right? But truth be told, again, it's a lot of things that you learn over the years that's just really good. It's a lot of stuff that you learn over the years. I don't know why they killed my life. But it's a lot of stuff that you learn over the years that just makes it makes everything worth it, right? Case in point, I grew up in church. And this is a small little thing, and we're going to get to some more on the podcast. I got like 15 minutes to. But I grew up in church. In church, you learn how to perform. Let's just tell a thing. In church, in black church, you learn how to perform. You learn that if the people just sitting there and you singing, you thought you was singing to the best of your ability, they're gonna tell you, you did all right. I mean, it's all right. You know what I mean? Carol couldn't sing that song. I mean, all right. When's she gonna be back? And this is the stuff you learn in black church. You learned that, okay, that high note, every time I go here and that guy hits that on the keyboard or the organ, this is the response that it gets. I need to learn how to do this 1,000 more times. You learn that in black church. The new kids ain't going to church. Y'all are humming. Y'all are humming on the tracks. Y'all are whispering on the tracks. Y'all are doing R&B. Y'all doing mellow R&B in church now. Y'all doing mellow R&B in church. So, I mean, I don't know. You interact with your chat. Of course. Who is this Value Records? What's going on, Value Records? Let me give him a clap right quick. When I get in my chants, I just be, not chants. When I get in my rants, I just be going in, dog. My bad. You say, I feel my strength is writing. I produce everything too. So this is the thing. And this is for Value Records Music. Can you do me a solid and review a record? So, hey, I review the music. The first hour of the show. I'm at 1 hour and 48 minutes. I only try to make this a 2-hour show. The first half of the show, when I do the music reviews, that goes on Patreon. So you got to join the Patreon to see the playbacks and all that stuff. But the podcast hour, that normally goes on YouTube. Right. I have guests come on. Last week I had a lady, shouts out to Shelby. I had her, she's from radio. I had her come into the studio. We did a music review live. We had a conversation in between. Some of these, I might have some of my industry friends. I'm friends with a lot of actors and just people. They're all people. If Cube comes to Atlanta, I'm going to see if he can come through and do a music review too. That would be dope if Ice Cube come through. But anyway, that's what I do. But let me go back to your original statement. You said, I feel writing is my strength. I produce everything too. I used to be that way. Now, like I said, 20 years into music business as of this year. And I ain't quit yet. Lord Jesus. I ain't gonna front. I would have quit had I not been winning. Like I learned how to. I would have quit this ish a long time ago. It ain't enough money involved in this. It is no money over here. But I've been in music business for 20 years, right? Roughly. The first half of my life, it was me growing up in church, playing the keyboard, playing organ, all that stuff. From there, I graduated and I went to North Carolina A&T. Shouts out to all my Aggies. I went to North Carolina A&T. I got a degree in classical studies. My main instrument is piano. And my secondary instrument was upright bass. But I also have a minor in business and administration. After that, I went and got I did an internship for Hidden Beach. I helped work Jill Scott's Golden record. A lot of people don't know that. I forgot about that. Somebody reminded me. It was like, I remember when you was at Hidden Beach. I was like, I was at Hidden Beach. I was like, oh yeah, I was at Hidden Beach. But I helped work Jill Scott's Golden album when I was in college. And I went from there. I went and did some work over at Top Dog Studio in LA for a little while. And then I went from there back to college to finish my degree. That puts me right around 08, 09. I end up getting a placement with Jim Jones. And my career kind of I've had a slow walk up the whole time. But I've been winning. I got my Grammy back in 2010. I think my first Billboard award was in 2010 as well. And yeah, so everything that I do, I try to give you insight from my experience. Now I produce artists and I do a lot of what up. Now I produce artists and I mentor artists. Honestly, I mentor artists. I still work in music business. Last year I was a co-writer on Justin Bieber's Yukon record. So in the city, Yukon, I got some on. I'm on that. Yeah. So I'm still active. I'm still active in music business. I'm working on a few things. I can't say it live, but I'm working on a few things. But I invite you, join my Patreon. I have a $5 tier. I'm gonna let y'all know, everybody that's in the live chat too right now, if you join the Patreon and you join the free tier is gonna be dead as of April 1st. I will be posting some opportunities. This week I had an opportunity posted while I uploaded the beat, and any of my singers or songwriters, they could have wrote to the record, and I'm sending that to Bieber, amongst some other records with some people that I'm doing work with. And this is the thing. I only do things the way I do because I have been screwed over. I don't want to continue the path of screwing over more people. I don't want you say you joined the $10 tier. Hey, Stacy, make sure you utilize it, Stacy. Like when I post stuff on Patreon, talk to me. Let me know what's what. I asked everybody about what did y'all want to have y'all's masterclass. I try to do one masterclass a month too. But I asked what do y'all want for this masterclass for this month, and I didn't get a lot of votes. The options was marketing, mix and mastering. It's like 4 different things, but go vote. Let me know. Gotta get out. Let me know what y'all want me to teach on, and then I will either teach it or I will hire somebody to come in and teach it for y'all. I want to see everybody win. But back to what Value Records Music said. That's a little bit about me, right? It's a little bit about me. What I would advise you to do is figure out which one of those things that you do is the strongest and which one would monetize the fastest. Which one is the strongest and which one would monetize the fastest, right? As a creative person, as a fellow creative person, it's very easy for us to do things that we love to do because we don't really have to get paid for it. We get some type of release from doing the fun stuff, right? We get a release from doing the fun stuff. I'm going to read that in a minute too. But when we do the fun stuff, a lot of the times it don't line up with creating income. It don't line up with, if it's just stuff that we like to do, right? So, case in point for me, I feel like I'm a beast at everything that I do, right? But there's levels to this. There's levels to this. I feel like I'm a beast at everything that I do. One of the main things that I'm really, really, really good at, though, is playing the piano and coming up with marketing strategies. And most people would be like, well, what that got to do with each other? I'm going to tell you. When people come into my studio, a lot of the times they have their own music recorded. A lot of times they have their own ideas. They're just like, yo, I don't know what to do with this. Then I look at their socials. I do a whole scrub of their social media. I have a team of people to help me do certain things too. When it comes to the additional monetization, like, okay, you need a product over here. Do you have somebody that's doing the printouts for your t-shirts? For me, when it comes to merch is the bottom tier of monetization when it comes to artistry. Merch and the actual music. Merch and the actual music is the bottom tier to monetization as an artist, right? But when it comes to the overall market, now you got to say, okay, who can I partner with on a consistent basis that's going to allow me to have enough business where I can have a sustainable life? All right, so for me, playing the piano, producing, and knowing how to market stuff, I created a whole nother platform where I market independent businesses in Georgia, and I'll either go do a food review at their restaurant, and I'll create music in the restaurant, and I'll do a whole scrub of their workplace environment. Like when I walked in the restaurant, this person ain't say nothing to me. When I walked in the restaurant, this person ain't say nothing to me. So what I need to do to fix all of that, right? When you start to figure out what you're really, really, really good at, then I can work with you on monetizing something. You say I screen print my own CDs and t-shirts too. See, that's being that you do that is good, but that's still bottom tier. That's still bottom tier because we have to have people that actually want to buy the thing that we want. I mean, we have to have people that buy the stuff that we want to sell them. Right? If they don't want to buy it and there's no place for it, then it's like, all right, now we have to start getting into a celebrity match. It's the Jordan complex. What's going to make somebody buy your shoe versus the Jordans? It's popular. The Jordans are popular. They got more colors. Okay, cool. You can have the exact same thing, but they're going to buy the Jordan every time because Jordan has the reputation for this type of thing over and over. Join the Patreon, yo. Join the Patreon. I got a lot of stuff coming. Let me see. Stacy, what you say? I have a question. So how do I help my kid more? Every song she drops always over 30,000 views, hundreds of shares, but don't know what else to do and why I joined. I need knowledge. Okay, so look. Send me that email. And I have not said this. Maybe I have. I've said it a lot. The reason I have the Patreon is for us to have one-on-ones, right? It's kind of like having me on retainer. If you need me, then you hit me up, right? The email for Patreon, all of my Patreon subscribers is madlucrativeexecs, madlucrativeexecs@gmail.com. I have an assistant. Her name is Gia. Gia is the person that's going to set you up on my schedule. I normally do 1 hour at a time. Like when I do a one-on-one sit down, it's 1 hour at a time. And then we can go through all of the stuff that y'all have been doing. And I can kind of get more of an idea because you putting this in the chat ain't it don't really, I want to do the additional research so I can know what y'all are doing, that y'all are doing bad and the stuff that y'all are doing good and kind of give y'all some insight on how to make it better and how to make some money, honestly. Right? I don't like to do nothing for free. When I go live, this is the only free thing that I do. Honestly. And this is why I tell people, even with my lives, I try to give information. Wherein after you get off the live, you have some marching orders. You say, oh, Mag said, I'm going to try it. Right? So I always try to give something, but when it's very specific, I need to have a sit down with you. We need to have a sit down. I can't just, it's not a one size fits all. For me, no, and that's what I do as far as business goes, like my independent business. When it comes to music industry stuff, people hire me again to finish or to start the idea, right? I can't put all Sci-Hi's information out, but with me working with Sci-Hi the Prince, we've built we're building a relationship. I can't say we like buddy. We're good friends so far. Good friends. But we've built a relationship where he says, yo, I got an idea. I'm going to hum this melody out. What you think? I got this idea. And then I might start the idea, but Kanye might finish the full concept. Or Kanye might start the idea and I finish the concept, right? But I've learned that is my position in music business. Same thing with Havoc from Mobb Deep. Havoc brought me in to finish records or to start records. We work back and forth, right? That's my strength. That is my thing that I do in music industry, in music business. I'm a collaborator. I love to be this. I love to finish everything. And I'm like you. I sing a little bit, but I can pretty much be a finished product. But I know this is the purpose that I serve in the business, right? This is the purpose that I serve in the business. So if it's anybody that's watching, especially all my people that's watching on YouTube, because this will be on playback on YouTube. Everybody that's watching on YouTube, if you don't want to join my community, that's fine. You can still join. You can still book a one-on-one with me at Mad Luke. No, that one would be Magneto7Booking. Magneto7Booking@gmail.com. You can still book a one-on-one if you don't want the monthly thing going on. That's fine. I'm just letting you know, you're gonna save a lot more money if you join the Patreon. You're going to save a whole lot more money if you just join the Patreon. Just let you know. And we got live events coming up, too. I will be a part of I Am Music Business Conference this year in Tallahassee, Florida. I was there last year as one of the panelists. We had a good time. There are a lot of changes that's happening in the music business. Everybody, I would encourage you, consider coming down to Florida to be a part of I Am Music Business Conference. Consider coming down here to Atlanta to be a part of my conference. My conference is the Lucrative Music Festival. We're looking at July 19th. The weekend of July 19th is going to be Lucrative Music Festival. We're going to be on film. I'm going to have some performances going on, not just black urban music. We're going to have all music, so it's for everybody to come through. And we're going to have a good time. Am I missing anything else? If I am, we'll talk about it next week. Hopefully y'all enjoyed today's show. And I'm going to holler at y'all. All right. Peace. Join the Patreon.